Я, будучи беременная, летел снаряд кассетный, который поражает в воздухе, над головой прям разорвался. Я беременная упала на живот, и мне срочно нужно было в больницу, чтобы посмотрели, все ли в порядке. Вот. Кстати, у малыша на том месте теперь родимое пятно, где я упала.
Мы уехали с ребенком, мы в пижаме. И я, и ребенок, когда текали. То есть ни вещей с собой мы не взяли, ничего. Я схватила паспорта и все.
А жертвы есть, сколько горя, сколько всего, сколько людей кругом. Но у нас жутко. У нас каждый день привозят жертвы. Каждый день. Взрывы, 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 жертвы, жертвы, жертвы.
We've had about 600,000 coming to Moldova because of the crisis. If we would not have been able to transport these and facilitate the transport, this would put the country under very strong strain.
The Ukraine crisis has driven the largest displacement that this region has seen since World War II. Our rapid, comprehensive response is essential to managing the humanitarian impact of this crisis, in particular in Moldova, at the very outer edge of Europe. And given the challenges that Moldova faces from a security perspective, from a resource perspective, it's really essential that we're supporting the government of the Republic of Moldova to manage this crisis now.
And the first days, it was thousands of them. First days, we even had in one day 3,000 of them transported from Palanca to Bucharest. If there is some shelling, some bombings, number of them increasing immediately.
Here we're speaking about the bus service that is there. There is also the flight service that is therefore even more vulnerable. Here we're talking about bedridden people who are in wheelchairs or have specific health needs. So there is two kinds of very distinct transportation services.
As of now, just over 670,000 people have entered into Moldova. Of those, around just over 90,000 are thought to remain here. By far the majority have passed through Moldova. Those that remain here, though, do so for a number of reasons.
There are various reasons for them staying here. Maybe they have relatives, maybe they have property across the border. Maybe they cannot go any further. And therefore, IOM and other partners are trying to support the refugees and the people fleeing the war to stay here, and at the same time also help the local communities, because the vast majority of the people fleeing the war are staying in private homes here.
Приехали мы в самом начале войны, это было 4 марта. Очень быстро собрались, все, что было, очень много оставили. Дочка одна плакала, вторая плакала, третья просто мне сказала: собирайся, потому что я не могу, она меня умоляла просто уехать. То есть приняли очень хорошо, помощь была. То есть мы почему и переехали сюда, что мы хотели как-то наладить свою жизнь ребенка и свою личную жизнь. Бабушка у нас, естественно, она у нас читает газеты, я ее там беру в разных организациях, приношу книги, она там читает постоянно. Станислава учится, а мы с Женей ищем работу, ездим на собеседование. Здесь очень много есть компаний, которые предлагают собеседование по вопросу работы. Естественно, у многих очень вот эта тема знания румынского языка. Поэтому мы приняли сейчас за изучение конкретное.
Moldova has taken in per capita more refugees than almost any other European country. It's in the top countries in terms of the generosity of its society, because those refugees are hosted by families, by households. These households are struggling themselves. So supporting refugees, supporting the households financially, supporting the government for the extra costs, and helping relocate refugees from Moldova to other countries in Europe that can cope and have more capacity is crucial.
So for them, we're looking at livelihood support, we're providing grants for small business establishment, we're providing training, we're providing transitional shelter support as well, so rental assistance, particularly over the winter months, which are going to be quite difficult this year. And certainly this far into the crisis and this far into displacement, the psychological strain of that does not decrease.
We also distribute food for them on the way, food packs for passengers, and for the winterization season, blankets may be provided for them because it's getting cold. We informed them about such situations when smuggler will use the war situation and start to smuggle people. That's why they trust us, they trust this route, they trust our organization, International Organization for Migration, and our partners, agencies.
What we have in place now is a preparedness to scale up the transportation facilitation for the refugees, decongesting and easing the pressure on the government and the country as a whole. One thing that I'd like to emphasize is the great collaboration between Moldova and Romania. We in IOM, we see really these two countries as a continued protection space.
Когда я приеду в Бухарест, да, я очень хочу обратиться, найти работу, какое-то жилье, потому что с ребенком надо где-то жить и обустраивать ее личную жизнь. Самое главное, что там не стреляют. Это самое основное, что есть. Что там тихо, спокойно, и ребенок будет ложиться спать, не говорить о том, что «мама, а мы завтра проснемся».
Вот, расти и развиваться, конечно же, и как полноценно, а не как сейчас дети на данный момент, кто подросшие, не ходят ни в школу, ни в сады, и боятся всего, и sидят по подвалам и bунkerах. Очень păcălnică.
Războiul din Ucraina a fost o adevărată provocare pentru instituțiile statului, de aceea suportul partenerilor este foarte important, inclusiv și al Organizației Internaționale pentru Migrație. Și anual noi am examinat nu mai mult de 100 de cereri, adică noi ne-am pomenit cu un val mare de activități pe care noi nu le-am așteptat și deci nu am putut să facem prognoze pentru aceste activități.
There's a strong effort on giving the local communities where the people fleeing the war are staying. So we're supporting the municipalities, what are the specific needs in terms of this increased population coming in here, and for Moldova to continue to be a safe haven and a support as much as it can in this massive humanitarian crisis that we're seeing still unfolding and certainly will for many years to come.